There we
Are
go.
you recording both of us?
I am. We are back. So here we are. Um, topic
Season starts.
season starts
Sorry.
in 2 days. No, that's true. Season starts in 2 days.
I thought it started tomorrow night, but I don't
Today's
know.
Wednesday. It starts
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Yes, that's what I said. Season starts tomorrow night. So
Yeah.
our season starts on Sunday at 8
Yes,
p.m.
that's correct.
against Tampa Bay.
That is correct as well. Yeah.
What is your thoughts?
OW.
This
We're going to be
isn't.
eating
This
W's,
isn't.
man.
This. He's not in Tampa Bay anymore. Who's Where is this? This place in Tampa or this place in Dallas? How did
I'm
neither?
not the host of the show. I didn't need to know that information.
Wow. All right, good. So it plays. All right, so let's. So you're saying Dallas wins?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think it is not going to be as close as people think it's going to be. They think the Cowboys are going to win, but squeak it out. I think they're going to win by 10.
Wow, I was going to say 3. I think it is going to be close, but it looks like it is.
In Raymond James Stadium.
That's a good guess, but I can't get to my stupid thing.
Well, I think this is why I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think that Tom Brady hasn't been there for 2 weeks. I think that they're missing their tackle, which I think is going to be. I know we are too, but I think it's going to be a bigger problem for a 45-year-old man than it is going to be for a 28-year-old man to be missing that tackle.
All right.
And I think traditionally Tom Brady is a slow starter anyway. Remember how many times they would lose to the Miami Dolphins for the first game of the season, and they'd get blown out. The Patriots would get blown out like 45-10, and we'd be like, "What's wrong with the Patriots? They're no good anymore." And then by the end of the season, they were good.
It was close last year.
Yeah, it was close last year,
and should have been a win for us, but too many penalties. All right, so
and we also had a terrible kicker last year, and this year we have a really good kicker, so we're going to be a lot better.
We don't even have a kicker on the roster right now.
They didn't sign him. They didn't sign him to the.
There's no kicker on the roster.
To the varsity team yet?
Maybe they listen to us and they're going 2 points every time and going forward on 4th and 10 from the 28-yard line.
I would rather them have 9 receivers and no kicker on active.
I'm not
against it. Roster.
I'm totally for it. I'm in.
I would be for them putting Dak and Greer and that other guy on there on an active roster. And no kicker.
Or more linemen. That's a thought.
Or more linemen too.
All right. So, in order for them to win the game, what kind of things need to happen?
Dak needs to complete some passes.
Yep, less drops.
I think there needs to be less than 2 holding penalties. Isn't that sad that I'm saying less than 2 holding penalties?
It's impossible that you're saying less than 2 holding penalties.
I think there needs to be less than 2 holding penalties.
Are you talking per quarter?
No, I'm saying if they have 2 or less holding penalties, they're going to win the game.
Per quarter.
I think that for the game, 2 or less.
All right.
I think that Micah Parsons needs to not be a fake, which I'm hoping he's not. I'm hoping he's the real deal. I think that Trayvon Diggs needs to not be a fake. He needs to be the real deal. And I don't really care about the running game. I think we should abandon it immediately.
That's good. So I think Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons are the real deal. I think they're going to do well. I'm actually pretty happy with our defense. I'll accept our other end. So, well, I mean, if we've got both ends for the season. But I think our defense will do well. I do think right now our biggest problem is wide receiver. So, I mean, line. And actually, with no kicker, we're actually improved in that position. So, I think we've got to have some catches. Jalen, what's that kid's name? The new kid. Jalen
Turpentine?
Tolbert. Something like that. Yeah. He's got to have a good game. He had, when he was in college, his senior year had more. No, his total yardage is higher than any of the other rookies in the draft. So.
Wow.
You're
So
saying
do you
there's a
remember when
chance. He
do you
drops
remember
though.
when Zeke was a rookie and he used to catch passes?
Yeah, I remember
Like
when Zeke was a
one-handed
rookie and he
passes.
could run, and he wasn't
So
480 pounds when he got on the field.
I think that they should put both guys back. You know how they said that they think
Yep.
they're worried that the Cowboys are going to be too predictable because they'll throw to Pollard and they'll run with Zeke. I think they should flip it and catch everybody by surprise
That
and
would
throw to
actually,
Zeke and run with Pollard.
but run both backs in the same on the field. Put them both on there.
Or, yeah, have them both out there, do two fake handoffs, and then Dak run it himself.
You could also put two out there, then shift out Zeke out wide. Leave Pollard in there.
Yeah.
If they're gonna think
Yeah.
you're gonna throw at that point, run Pollard. But there's lots
Yeah.
of people. But I do think that we gotta do. I think it's gonna be one in the air. I don't think it's gonna be a run game. So
Yeah.
it's my opinion.
You know what I think will happen is they'll bring in one of their backup offensive linemen, and Noah Brown is their only wide receiver every time they run. They'll bring in that backup offensive lineman, and they'll play him at fullback, and then they'll bring Noah Brown in a little bit closer, and then they'll run it, and then they'll sub both those guys out and bring in three wides, and then they'll throw it. That's what I think is going to happen.
That sounds predictable, which is
Yeah, that would be crazy if it were predictable, wouldn't it? It would be crazy if I'm sitting there texting you, run, pass,
yeah.
run, pass.
Never seen that.
No.
Well, that's a win. That is.
I do think they're going to win, though.
I do too. I actually feel pretty confident they win.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of some of the extra steps. So, along with that, who do you think is our first glory hole player of?
So we're giving glory hole predictions, are we?
Well, today we are. Who do you think is
Okay.
going to be our first glory hole guy?
I think the glory hole award, even though Tom Brady is probably wanting to win it,
He can't win though.
I know.
Unless Robert Kraft is on the other side.
I think the glory hole winner is going to be Dalton Schultz.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I think he'll have a couple drop passes and a couple. You should have gone all the way to the sticks plays.
Huh.
And I mean, that's the definition of a glory hole guy, right? Should have gone all the way to the sticks.
That's what a glory hole guy does. Not do. All right, so I honestly think it's going to be Zeke. I think Zeke is going to try to run. I don't think he's going to get through. I think he's going to have a low yards per carry, and I think he's just not going to accumulate. I bet you he's under 50 yards.
Really?
Yep.
I haven't seen, because he hasn't played in the preseason, but have you seen, like, is he lifting his shirt up to show his abs this year? Or
I don't know. Does he still have whatever tattooed on me, feed me, or whatever it is tattooed on his gut?
Yeah. I was trying to sit here and think, was that real, or did I dream that he did that, or was that like a
meme that somebody just pasted on?
Well, I thought like when the Cookie Monster, when the Cookie Monster went bad, he like got "feed me" tattooed on his stomach or something.
He could have done the Cookie Monster on his stomach.
Yeah.
He could have been like, or Pac-Man. He could have put Pac-Man on his stomach with little pellets going across, little footballs. But I don't know. I think he's going to be the guy. I think that, and if he's under 50, then it's going to have to be unanimous. How do we solve any?
We won't have conflicts because this is the only time we're predicting. We won't do any more predictions.
No. I'm not talking about predictions. I'm saying you and I will sit down before the show and we will talk about who it is. So you say it's Dalton Schultz, and I say I'm just using two people, and I say it's Zeke Elliott. Yeah. How do we solve that? Coin toss?
I think we'll know. I think we'll know.
You're right. We will know.
We'll be like, whoever sucks the most.
Yeah, it could be McCarthy.
Yeah.
That is what the glory hole guy does. Sucks the most.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. All right. So, how about a prediction for the Cowboys win-loss? What do you think?
I think they're going to win 10.5 games. No, I think they're going to be 11-6.
So you
That's
think
my prediction.
there'll be 10 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie?
No, I think they'll be 11-6.
11-6. That's good. That's good. I actually said 12-4, so I had bigger.
That's impossible.
Oh, 12-5 actually. Yes, 12-5.
Yeah.
Because there's that extra game. Well, 11-4, and then they're 12-4, and then they're going to lose the last game going into the playoffs.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's fine.
They're
They'll
going to
have
be
the
12-4
division
in the
wrapped
games
up.
that matter.
They'll have everyone resting, and they'll lose against what? Probably the Eagles. I'm guessing it's usually the Eagles.
Eagles or Redskins or
Commanders.
Eagles or the Commanders. The C word.
Nice. All right. So, what do you got? What are we looking at for the season? What are we looking at for teams winning throughout? So, who's making the playoffs? Who's not? We can go division by division. We can do however you like.
Sure. Let's go division by division.
All right. One by one. Who starts?
I'm looking at let's start in the AFC.
All right.
And the AFC
Don't pick West. Top. AFC West is going to be. We reserve
AFC
that.
East.
Okay.
AFC East. I think 2 teams will make the playoffs out of the AFC East.
I agree.
Oh wait, that's not what we need to do. I'll pick. I think who's going to win the AFC East.
You got it. We'll do Buffalo. Division winners first for everyone, yes. And then we'll go to wild cards.
I have Buffalo against my better judgment.
I too have Buffalo.
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you do. All right. AFC North.
AFC North. AFC North. I've got the Bengals.
Me too. Are you worried about that at all?
I do worry about it a little bit because the Bengals have never been a consistent team, but I think they're gonna. I know I'm not worried about it. I bet I'm willing to put down right now they're going to win the division. I'm not worried about it. Not a worry. Not a care.
Okay. Because until the Chiefs made it back to the playoffs, I feel like every team that lost in the Super Bowl did not make it back into the playoffs.
That's true. Well, I don't know if it's always. Because it definitely wasn't always. I mean, look at the Bills, the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, it's not always, yeah, but for a long time. Okay.
All right.
So then we have the West. No, let's do the AFC South.
AFC South.
Who do we have there?
I have the Titans.
Really?
Yeah.
No AJ Brown? You're good with that?
I'm still good with it.
They're going to running back who's had like 6,000 carries in the last 2 seasons. You're good with that?
Yep.
Didn't he break something right at the end of the season?
I know you're picking the Colts, so just go with it.
Didn't he break something at the end of the season, like his will to live, or
I think it was
team spirit?
I think yeah, but he's had rehab for that, so he's so he's made it. He's made it through.
Yeah. So you're relying on Eddie George.
I am. Eddie George, and then he's going to come to Dallas when he's all done.
Yeah, I bet you. In 2 years, Derrick Henry is taking handoffs in the backfield for the Cowboys.
And I know you're going with the Colts with their improved run game. I know you are.
Yeah.
I know you are. Improved run game and all that stuff. I'm in.
And you can't doubt Matty Rice.
I can't.
He's clutch.
Doubt he is.
He is clutch.
With all the Super Bowl rings down in Atlanta,
That's right.
I am with you 100%.
Yep. Okay, so AFC West. Who do you think wins the AFC West?
I'm going out.
Do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Do you want me to go first?
Yep.
The Chiefs.
The Raiders.
Okay.
Well, that was
you
quiet.
think Devontae Adams?
Oh, here we go. I knew. I knew you couldn't stop. Go ahead.
Devontae Adams. Do you have that much belief in Devontae Adams?
I have that much faith in the Las
David Carr.
Raiders. Sin City, man. Sin City's taking it.
You know, I think like 3 drafts in a row. Didn't they have nobody on their team anymore from those drafts? Didn't they just lose the last one, like Alex Leatherhead or Wood or whatever?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So what you think they're going to have the best record?
Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is going to get them there. I think this is Derek Carr's year.
Wow. So you got him
Yep.
down for the MVP?
I didn't say that. I said
Yeah.
for the MVP of the West.
Okay. So let's do, who do you think are going to be your three wild card teams from the AFC?
So you're going to disagree with me on one, maybe two.
Baltimore?
No, I didn't put Baltimore.
Oh, me either. Good job.
Chargers,
Okay.
Kansas City,
Okay.
New England. I really wanted to throw Denver in there, but it's going to take a bit. And I went New England. I didn't even go Dolphins.
Yeah, I did.
I know you did. That's why I said you were going to disagree with me on one.
I've got the Dolphins.
Yep.
I have the Chargers.
Of course you have the Dolphins. You hate the Dolphins, and all of a sudden, my second favorite team.
And I have the Raiders making the playoffs too.
So you really think the Raiders are going to do it? You really have that
I
much
think they're going to
faith?
make the playoffs.
All right. So you have, I'm sorry, you have the Dolphins,
Yes.
you have the Raiders, and who?
Correct. And the Chargers.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have the same. We have the same.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty close. We could flip the Dolphins and the Patriots.
Yep.
Is where we differ, and then who wins the AFC West? Oh, in the South. Yeah, we have a big difference in the South.
Oh, we do have.
Yeah,
we
have
have
the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
And out of those teams from the AFC, who do you have?
You don't have them as the worst in the league because you even said earlier that you don't have an AFC team that would be worse in the league. But it's okay. We're going ahead.
So, and then who out of these AFC pretenders do you have in the Super Bowl?
I have the Bills.
All right.
You've got Kansas City because I know you are a big Mahomes boy.
Yeah.
I know how it works. I can predict your predictions. That's how good I have gotten over these years.
Yeah, you're right. Kansas City. I have Kansas City in the Super Bowl. So, okay. So let's go to the NFC.
We'll go to the NFC.
Start. Where do you want to start? You can start these off.
Let's go with the North.
NFC North.
Yep.
All right. So in the NFC North, I have winning the division.
Detroit.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Woo! That's good. I like it. I'm still going Green Bay. I don't know why they won't die.
Yeah. I've got Kirk Cousins cooking up a little. I think Justin Jefferson could be the MVP of the league. And that's my team. Okay.
All right. So I've got Green Bay.
Okay.
Let's go with the West.
The Rams. I didn't want to do it, but I picked the Rams.
Nobody wants to do it. I had to do it too. All right. So
NFC's boring.
It really is. Let's go south.
Buccaneers.
Yeah. We're really excited about this part, right?
Boring, yeah.
All right. So I got the Rams as well. And then the East, I think we both picked Washington, right?
I picked
Washington.
The C word.
Oh, I did too.
The Dallas C word.
I thought I'd throw you off there with saying Washington. Oh, you picked the Commanders.
No, the Cowboys. Yeah, no, the Cowboys, of course.
I do pick the Cowboys. So
Awesome.
wild card.
Okay. I picked. Ooh, here's where we're going to be a little bit different.
We're already different in the NFC.
I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers.
I kid you not, I picked the Carolina Panthers. I thought there was
Baker
no way.
Mayfield?
There was no way you were going to agree with me on this. I am not lying to you. I picked the Carolina Panthers.
You're that big of a fan of Baker Mayfield.
I like Baker Mayfield. I did pick them. I picked them.
All right. I also picked the Green Bay Packers to make the playoffs as a wild card team.
Okay.
And I picked the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow. Ugh. I hate picking this, but they never go away as much as I hate the team.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're just buying into the hype, huh?
I'm not buying into the hype. I think they somehow get there. They always get there. They always get there. I hate them. I can't stand them. And I write them off at the beginning of the season because they always look like crap. Nobody
Okay.
gets anything going, and then somehow they're just close enough to be in, and the Cowboys usually let them in, and that's what's going to happen at the end of the season because I'm not sure, but God knows that they've probably got their last game against the Cowboys, and guess what's
Yeah.
going to happen? Cowboys going to rest everyone, and the Eagles will be in. Nope, they play the Commanders last, so won't be that
It doesn't
situation.
matter. Yeah.
So yes, I think they'll be in, and I also picked one that nobody really is going to think is right, but I didn't agree with San Francisco. I picked Arizona.
I figured. I knew you did. Do you have this weird affinity for Kyler Murray that grosses me out?
You just
It
figured.
borders on frightening your love for Kyler
Well,
Murray.
yes, because I'm a big running quarterback fan.
You're just like, that little guy's so cute when he runs the ball.
It's all the hype. I mean, all the hype about him that gets me going. So
Cool. Yeah.
that is who I've got. Who are we gonna say is the worst team?
Wait, I haven't even picked who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl out of
Oh,
the
neither have I.
NFC.
Well, I think we both have the same, and we both have the same winning. But go ahead.
I have the Carolina Panthers representing the Dallas Cowboys.
They're gonna represent
Dallas
the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
Yep. The Carolina Panthers representing the Dallas Cowboys, and then the Dallas Cowboys defeating the Kansas City Chiefs
Wow.
and repeating as Super Bowl champions.
I have the Cowboys beating and repeating.
Yeah, because they did it once before a while back. Not consecutively. They didn't win consecutive Super Bowls. But they.
Well, I mean, they have in the past. And my pick has the Cowboys beating the Bills, which has happened twice before in the 90s, and we're going to start that tradition all over again. That's my...
Sounds fantastic.
So...
that sounds great, man.
It does?
Yeah, I would be there.
Let's go for worst team.
Worst team in the NFL.
Worst team in the NFL.
So this was kind of tough for me because I think the Giants are terrible.
They are terrible.
Like, who's their quarterback? Daniel Day-Lewis? That guy is awful. Did you ever watch My Left Foot?
No. Was he on it?
No, Daniel Day-Lewis was, and I think he was like disabled or something.
And so you
then
think Jones is...
so there's Daniel Jones is awful.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Commanders are going to be grotesque, but they get to play the Giants twice. So they're probably going to beat them at least once, and they'll probably beat the Eagles at least once. I think the Seattle Seahawks are a team that could just be garbage. I mean, who's their starting quarterback? Geno Smith.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. In fact, that goes with horrible.
Yeah.
As a Seahawks fan, I would be livid, but I know the feeling because we've been there.
I mean, it's like when we had Quincy Carter starting for the Cowboys.
We had Quincy Carter starting for the Cowboys many times. It was okay sometimes, and I'm not condoning it, believe me. He was okay sometimes. We've had worse.
Didn't we have an Anthony Wright start one time?
We did. We also had a what's the kid that was oh shoot, you named him the other week.
LaFleur?
No, it began with a W. He filled in while Dak got hurt. He came from up north somewhere. He came from Cleveland, I think. Yes, he did. He was one of their draft picks.
Brandon Weeden.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Brandon Weeden.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
we've done worse.
But worse than Smith, like Geno Smith.
I'm not condoning Geno Smith. I'm with you. So I had issues too. I thought it would be either Giants.
I haven't picked them yet. I haven't picked Seattle yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Hey,
I'm still going on. But the only completion Geno Smith
at the end of these things. So go ahead.
The only completion Geno Smith has ever had is his face with that one linebacker's fist.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's pretty terrible. I thought about the Bears. You know why? Because the Bears are awful as well. Even though you think Justin Fields is
going to be good,
something else, I think he's something else too, and that something else is terrible.
Wow.
I thought about the Saints. I think the Saints could be okay unless Jameis Winston, as long as he doesn't get hurt. But if he gets hurt, got to cross the Saints off. Thought about the Pittsburgh Steelers for a little bit, but I just can't imagine them being the worst team in the league.
I wanted the Pittsburgh Steelers for this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I settled on
Seattle.
the Atlanta Falcons.
Whoa!
With Marcus Mariota as their quarterback, I think they're going to be terrible. Yeah.
So you're saying
the Atlanta Falcons.
You're saying that Marcus Mariota is a worse quarterback than Geno Smith.
No, I'm saying Geno Smith at least gets to throw to Geno Smith gets to throw to 2 wide receivers, has a couple good running backs, has a defense. Atlanta has 1 tight end.
Atlanta's a good pick. Atlanta's a solid pick. And it is different than mine. I had, which is good because we can put out the hammer again, which was so everyone understands, it's a Miami Dolphins hammer because you thought they were the worst team in the NFL and you hated them. Now you're number 2 team. All right. I thought it might come out of the NFC East because, like you said, there's 2 teams who just have 3 teams that really have terrible quarterbacks. But
yes,
they do get to play each other, Washington and the Giants. And I don't think they come out as worse. They're bad. They're really bad, which helps the Cowboys, helps the Eagles, which is why they're going to end up in the playoffs. I thought about Jacksonville, but I think they're going to get their crap together right now. So I gave them a leave on that one. I thought about Detroit, and then I'm like, there was a small part of me that thought I might pick them for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Over the Eagles.
I know, it's crazy.
But you got Goff. So you're like, yeah. Oh, look at you. Look at you.
I just thought of a team.
What's that?
I just thought of a team I didn't even touch about how bad they are. Go ahead.
I know, because it's the team I picked.
Ah, okay. So I'll listen a little more.
So I thought about the Jets because Jets. I'm a Mets fan, and I can't even like the Jets, but they're the Jets. So I still think they edge this team out. There's nobody in the AFC West that's going to have a losing record. I have no idea how that's going to work out. But I thought about Pittsburgh because it's like a carousel there, and they just can't figure out what to do at quarterback. But yeah, the Browns. The Browns is where I went.
Neither of us mentioned the Texans. I think they're going to be okay because I think Davis Mills is good. I think he's legit.
I agree, but the Browns are going to be. Yeah. And then everyone's like, well, they're going to get new life. And no, they're not. Because that kid hasn't played quarterback. He'll be too busy at the massage parlor. Like, there's 2 years, yeah. So, I think when he comes in, it becomes a major problem. And I think they do actually worse when he comes into the game than they do with whoever they've got in there until that point.
It is that Jacoby Brissett.
How does a team go from bad, like just really bad, and they weren't really bad in the beginning, but really bad, to losing their team, everything wiped out, to really bad as a new franchise? Is it the name?
Something in the water.
It's got to be worse than Detroit Water.
I mean, but Cleveland Cavaliers have won a world championship.
Well, maybe they had imported water.
Do you think if LeBron James went and played for the Cleveland Browns, they would win?
Oh.
More games? I'm being serious. Do you think they'd have a better team if LeBron James tomorrow walked onto the Cleveland Browns? Do you think it would help them win?
I think the Cleveland Browns might do better if I walked in and started playing with a beer in my hand.
You could be that coach. You could take the place of that coach who would go, and his whole little belly would jiggle. That guy.
Didn't he go on to play coach for someone else too?
I don't know, but they had a coach named Freddie Kitchens. Like, who wants to play for somebody named Freddie Kitchens?
Well, if you're hungry.
I'm afraid of Freddy's, first of all. And then if you just throw in the kitchen, I'm like, I don't want this guy anywhere near me.
My buddy who lives in Dallas is Freddie. You met him.
Were
you afraid?
Yeah. You made my point.
That makes sense. So we are going to be hopefully at a game this year.
Yes.
Every year.
That's the plan. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see them. Hopefully, we'll get to watch them play a team that you have winning the division, but I have
winning
barely making the playoffs.
Oh, barely even.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it because of the lack of receivers?
Just the whole thing. Who knows with that team?
Do you have faith in Tyreek Hill?
No. Like, I have faith in God, but do I believe him?
Well,
I believe he exists.
Well, right.
Right.
But do you believe that Tyreek Hill is going to help that team?
I think that team's going to be better, not because of Tyreek Hill, but
because of Waddle. I like Waddle. I think Waddle's outstanding.
I think Tyreek Hill is okay. I think he'll be good. I think Patrick Mahomes made Tyreek Hill better than Tyreek Hill is, but I do think Tyreek Hill's okay.
You think he'll open?
He's not going to hurt the team.
You think he'll open a daycare down there?
I don't know about a daycare, but I did see that there's a new massage parlor in town called Tyreek's.
Oh, really?
What that means? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see what that's all about.
So, score for this weekend. Sunday score. Give me a score.
31-21.
Wow. Not even really a thought. I'll go 27-24. I don't know how we're going to get to either of those scores because we need a field goal to get there.
I got to take mine back.
Nope.
28-18.
Nope. I'm going with we miss every 2-point conversion because we run Zeke Elliott, causing him to be. Wow, but I'm still short.
Wait, we can't even have 18. We can't even have 28 because we're not kicking extra points.
Well, that's what I just said.
But I had the 27.
I'm 27, so I'm kind of.
24, 32, 21.
I'm going to go 8, 8, and 6. So I guess I'm going to go with 30 to 27. Yep. Lock it up. What'd you say?
32-22.
Wow. All right.
Because Tampa's going to be like, we got to start going for twos.
Should be fun.
If they're going for twos every time, we got to go for two.
Somebody's got to go for two. I mean, we don't have a kicker.
Yeah.
By the way, just for the record, your buddy Brett,
yeah,
he's on the practice squad, so you know there's going to be a cut before Sunday and an add-on.
And then he'll get called up. That's funny that they're leaving him. They like him so little that they're leaving him on the practice squad until the game.
I had to check. I had to go through the roster. I'm like, there's no way we have no kicker. And then I was enlightened when I saw there was no kicker. I'm like, maybe we're gonna maybe.
What do you think the conversation is? I'm dead serious at his house. He's like, no, babe, I'll be on the active roster. I swear. She's like, I don't know. Should I go grocery shopping this week? And he's like, I'm gonna be on the active roster. I'm going to be. They have to have a kicker. And she's like, I listen to this podcast, and I don't know if they have to have a kicker because they were saying that they could go without a kicker, and that I don't want you to get waterboarded and all these other things that happen to you, and that I don't want to get kidnapped. And then I found all these pictures on the internet with you and Rafael Septiana, and I'm a kid, and I just don't know what's happening.
Good man, that's just it. I can't believe that poor woman. I feel bad for her. But it's Tuesday, and nobody's active yet. So who's getting cut? I know, I'm with you. So. Somebody's got to get cut, or the Cowboys have finally learned a new lesson, something that makes sense. I don't care about 3 points. I'll go with 4th and 22 from the 28, and I'm good with going for it.
Me too.
All in.
Me too.
Cool. Well,
awesome, man.
We'll do this again on Wednesday.
Okay.
Sounds
fun. See you then.
All right, bud.